All right, so tonight's workout is another kind of holiday theme. It's my favorite things, which I'm not really sure how that actually became a holiday song, but I mean, I'm just gonna go with it because why not? But so tonight's workout includes some of my favorite types of exercises and ways to put them together. So you're gonna see some EMOMs, some AMRAPs, all the acronyms. So that's what you're gonna see tonight, okay? So Tabatas, circuits, a little bit of everything. We're gonna work in 6-minute sets. So just know at the end of every 6 minutes, you're gonna get a big recovery. So if you can hang on for that long, all right, then you'll breathe and be able to stretch out and move on to the next one, okay? So just like I said on Monday, and every night, this goes for every night or anytime you're working out, please keep in mind to work at your fitness level. I will push you guys really hard, but that doesn't mean you have to go there. I will give options to modify, and you can choose those as well. So listen to your body, kind of check in with yourself periodically, see how you're feeling, and take the modifications or take the increases in intensity if you need that as well, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get warmed up. It's just kind of a little bit of a flow tonight to get warmed up, and then we'll jump right into the weight training. I have 2 sets of weights with me. I may use both. I'm not sure which. Depends how I feel when I get going. But if you have 2 sets, that's a great option to up and down and add intensity and decrease if you need it. So, all right, I'm going to change this to speaker view. So make sure you're all muted, and we will get going. All right. So to begin with, start at the end of your mat. Make sure you guys can see me okay here. End of your mat. We're just going to hinge at our hips and walk out into a plank position. And then we'll just rock between a downward facing dog and a plank. So if you need to do more of a child's pose into a plank, that's fine too. Okay, but just take a few moments here to stretch out. If you've been sitting a lot today, or even just in the last half hour, good to really loosen up and find some nice stretches. And we'll move on here in just a moment. Walk your hands back to your feet, slowly coming up. Bend both knees, roll yourself up to the top, and take a big inhale, arms up, lift up and back, squeeze your backside. And we'll do that one more time. So walk out into a plank. And again, this can be a knee plank. And then rock between downward facing dog and plank, or the child's pose and half plank. Just take it at your own pace. Starting to feel a little bit of heat coming to your body. And we'll walk our hands back to our feet and bend your knees. Roll yourself all the way up to the top. Take a big inhale, lift up and back. And let's add on right here. We're gonna step forward with our right leg into a lunge position. So back knee is bent, arms are gonna come up, and we're just gonna reach up and over toward our right leg. So left arm reaches up and over, come back to the center, and you're gonna step forward. Okay, take your other leg back, lunge, and hold. And now lift up and over to the other side. You're gonna feel those hip flexors really release here. And step forward, let's do it again, lunge. So when you lunge, your knee is over your ankle, both arms go up. And then we'll tip up and over. Come back to the center, and switch to the other side. If you don't feel comfortable lunging in this way, you can lunge with your back leg straight, that's fine too. But I do love that hip flexor stretch. All right, lift up and over. And step forward. All right, guys, we're gonna squat down nice and low, walk ourselves back into that downward facing dog. We're gonna go through both sets of movements. So I want you to rock back and forth. And one more time. Good. And walk your hands back to your feet. All the way up. Roll yourself up. Big inhale. And lunge forward. Both arms come up. Okay, whichever leg is in front, opposite arm reaches up and over your head. Come back to the center. Switch to the other leg. Lunge back. Hold. And lift up and over. And right back through the center. And moving on. Take your fingers behind your ears. Hinge at the hips here. So waking up those hamstrings. And you got one more time here. And adding on, you're going to hinge and lift. And hinge and lift. Can you balance? That is what I'm asking you to do right now. Okay, find a little bit of balance. And let's do 2 more on each side. And maybe that doesn't feel good if you don't want to balance, that's okay. You don't have to lift your leg. And last one right here. We're gonna start from the top again. So squat down nice and deep, walk your feet back, rock back into a downward facing dog or child's pose. And 3 times, rock forward and back. And one more time. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend both knees, roll it on up. Big inhale at the top, hold. Good, lunge forward. Arms up. And up and over you go. Maybe get a little deeper stretch each time. Come back to center, switch legs. And lift it up. Good, tip up and over. Both arms up. And step your feet together, put your hands behind your ears. So we're gonna go right into that pattern of hinge and lift. So also warming up our shoulders with that press overhead. Let's do one more on each side. And last one right here. And done. All right, roll your shoulders up, back, and around. Let's find some rotation through the trunk here. If you can notice here, my feet, I'm picking my heels up off the ground as I rotate to keep my knees safe. If I don't want to rotate that much, you can just kind of rock side to side here, that's fine. And let's plant our feet, open our arms nice and wide, and just reach down, get those inner thighs to release. Move it into a windmill. You guys keep on going here. I'm gonna make sure my notes are in front of me so I can see where we're going here. All right. Let's do one more on each side, and we are warm and ready to go. So take this time to get a drink of water. Make sure that you have your equipment all set up. So we're gonna do some weighted work first. So we have got wood choppers, alternating wood choppers. So you can use one or both weights. I'm gonna use one weight, okay? So we're gonna go side, center, side, center. Okay, so if you want to practice real quick with me, your feet are about hip distance, maybe a little bit wider. You're gonna go up to one side, come down the middle, up to the other side, down the middle. All right, so that's your wood chopper. Your next move is gonna be bicep curls. So you'll need 2 weights for that one. So make sure you have them handy. Bicep curls. Then we're gonna go through this pattern real quick together. You're gonna do 7 in the bottom half. 7 in the bottom half. Then you're gonna do 7 full range. So all the way up and down. And then you're gonna do 7 in the top half, okay? 7 top half. These are just little tiny pulses in the top. Okay, so great to work different ranges of motion here. So that equals 21, right? So here's our deal. We're gonna do wood choppers for 1 minute, and then we'll go into our bicep curls, all right? So 1 weight, your goal is to get 15 wood choppers on each side within that minute. Okay, as soon as you get to 15, the time is up, all right? If you don't make it to 15 the first time, no worries, then decrease your reps for the next time, okay? You can decrease to like 14 or 13 or 12 or whatever works best for you, okay? So 1 minute on the clock. Let me get my timer ready so we don't have to look at my watch. And we'll be good to go. Ready? Wood chopper side to side, your count, and begin. So it's up. Each side is 1. Good, making sure you're lifting up on the ball of your foot. And you can go a little bigger if you want to, extending the arms. Good job, good job. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what that looks like from the side as well. So you should be feeling your obliques, your back, your shoulders, even your legs, just a little bit. So we have 30 seconds left on the clock. This is your EMOM. This is every minute on the minute. Okay, you're gonna do another set of moves. As soon as you get to 15, I'm almost there, hopefully you are too, you're gonna set your weight down and recover. Okay, if you're still going, continue. There's 10 seconds left, so if you are recovering right now, get your weights ready for those bicep curls because they're coming next. Are you ready? Shoulders roll back and begin right here, okay? So bottom half, 7. And then full range for 7. That's your count. And then we'll work that top half as well, okay? Top half squeeze, keep the chest up. And as soon as you're done, you get to set your weights down. Now, you might be having a big recovery at this time, that's okay, because we're gonna do that whole sequence 3 times total. So shake out. Maybe that was easy and you wanna up the weight for your bicep curls. It'll slow you down a little bit, make you work harder, okay? We've got 15 seconds. We're gonna go back into that wood chop. So if you made it fine with 15 on each side, I want you to do that again. If you didn't quite make 15, drop your reps just a little bit so you get a slight recovery. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Let's go. Good job, good job. Rotate. Feel your hips and ribs move. Bent elbows always makes this a little easier, so likewise, straight arms makes it harder. And maybe you want to do this without weight. You can just use your arms and swing side to side as well. There's 25 seconds left in this minute. I am almost done. I hope you are too. Good. If you are done, set your weight down for recovery. There's 15 seconds left. Remember, those heavy weights may be calling your name. I guess I only brought one of my heavy weights up, so I guess I'm using my light weights. All right, we're gonna start here in 3 seconds. Pick up your weights and begin right here. Let's go, bottom half, 7. Stand tall. And full range. And get that top half, come on. Pulse in the top, big squeezes. You've got 35 seconds left in this minute. And when you're done, set your weights down. All right, not so bad. Stretch out the arms a little bit, a little flexion through the wrists. You're still going, good job. We're gonna do this one more time for each exercise. So kind of starting with a moderate to hard one, not jumping right into the really mean stuff. So you've got 10 seconds left, so get your weight ready. Get ready for those wood choppers. Last set in 3, 2, 1, and begin. 15 on each side, let's go. Almost there. Good, you have 35 seconds left. I've got 3 more on each side. Come on, push. And as soon as you're done, enjoy that recovery. Good job, you guys, looking good. All right, time is almost up. 3, 2, get ready, pick up your weights for bicep curls. Here we go, right now, and bottom half. Stand tall. And full range right here, let's go, full range. Hit that top half, and then you are done. You enjoy a big recovery before we go to our next 6-minute set. And 30 seconds left on the time frame right here. So if you're done, enjoy the stretch. Whew. If you're done, just double check, please, that your mics are muted for me. I have a few of you guys popping in and out every once in a while, so mute yourself, unless you want to teach. 10 seconds left. All right, moving along here in just a moment. So, time's up in 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, so I know that wasn't too tough, okay? Just kind of getting you going into the strength training. Up next, we've got AMRAP. So that means as many rounds as possible. So what you're gonna do is just fly through this for a full 6 minutes. There's no recovery, okay? So be thankful for this first one. So your exercises, let's go through them together. Grab one weight. If you have kettlebells, you can use a kettlebell, but I just always use dumbbells for kettlebell swings. It's great. So you're gonna hang on to your weight. I like to interlock my fingers. Grip it nice and tight, feet hip distance apart. It's just like a good morning. You're gonna hinge at your hips and then swing your weight right out in front of your belly button. So it's not a squat, it's actually a hinge. You can see the difference. This is a squat, okay, but a hinge is gonna work the back of the body, all right? So those of you that wanna work a little harder, you can come all the way up, controlling through your core as you bring your weight overhead. So that's gonna be a little more intense if you want that option. All right, next exercise, goblet squats. You'll just hold on to your weight and you'll go right into a nice deep squat. Your weight is underneath your chin. Okay, elbows are pointing down to your knees. Notice my knees and my feet are wider than my hips here, so I get my inner thighs working. So that's your goblet squat. Next up after that, overhead tricep extensions with your weight. Just take it overhead, stand tall, hold on tight, and hinge at the elbows here. This is an overhead tricep extension, all right? After that, you've got halos. So holding on to the weight, circle around your head, circle around the other way, okay? So everything is in reps of 10, okay? So the halos is 5 in one direction and 5 in the other direction, okay? I'm gonna call it out for the first few rounds, then you're gonna understand the pattern and you're gonna be good to go. Your goal is to go as fast as you can through these for 6 minutes. It's going to be challenging. You're going to be working at a high intensity level. So modify as needed, drop weights if you need to. You could do some of those without any weight, right? You can do your kettlebell swings with no weight, and you can do your squats with no weight. So think about those options if you need to. Kettlebell swing, so get your weight. I'm gonna set a timer for 6 minutes, and we are gonna rock this, and it's gonna be awesome. So 10 kettlebell swings, and then go right into your goblet squats. Ready, set, and begin. So if you can keep track of rounds, then go ahead and do that. And if you don't want to count and you want to just stay with my pace, that is fine too. Goblet squat is after your kettlebell swing. Get nice and deep, guys. Try to get your elbows down to your knees. Chin is on top of your weight and chest is lifted. Following that, you've got your tricep overhead extension. Knees are soft while you're here. And following that, you've got your halos. So hold your weight however you're comfortable. I like to hold on the outside. And then it's 10 total. All the way around the head. Stop in front of your chin. And one more each side for me, and then we're gonna start this whole thing over again. So, kettlebell swings, next move, as soon as you're ready. Now remember that option to make it harder, go overhead. But just make sure you're locked onto that weight so it doesn't fly through your window. Goblet squat is coming next. If you were at that point, goblet squat is next. So drop it down. Come on. Remember, you're working fast, you're working furious, trying to get through as many rounds as you can. And tricep overhead extension is your next move. So notice my knees are soft. Come on, core is tight. Elbows are tucked in right toward the ears. They're not flaring out to the side, they're tucked in. And halos to finish it off. Come on, change the weight if you need to. Alternate directions each time. Come on, shoulder mobility. Good work, good work. I'm going into round 3. Hopefully you are pretty close, ready to rock. Here we go. Now maybe kettlebell swings don't feel good, and maybe you want to go into a deadlift instead. It's a great way to modify this move. Goblet squats are next. It's just 10 of everything. Keep coming. Tricep overhead, coming your way as soon as you're ready. Come on, really reach down your back. Get a nice big bend in the elbows. I know it's getting hard at this point, but you're doing great. We finish this round off with halos. If you're there with me, knock these out. Remember, stop in front of your chin. Woo! And getting ready to start round 4. Let me just check that time for us, see what we're doing. Guys, you're killing it. You got 2 minutes left. That's all that's left here. So if your body's getting really tired and you're slowing down, that's okay. You take it at your own pace. If just completing one more round is all you feel like you can do, then just do that. We've got squats next. Whew. So under the chin, deep squats. Come on, push your knees towards your toes. Okay? Get a nice wide stance here. Overhead tricep extension coming your way. Come on, nail it. Squeeze your triceps every time you push up. And let's finish with our halos. Come on. Now I'm guessing there's about 1 minute left on the clock. So I want you to try to get through as much of this last round as you can before that timer goes off. Come on, you got it, you got it. I'm gonna check the time real quick. You guys keep going. Kettlebell swing, starting it off. You know that there's only 25 seconds. So hard and as fast as you can. Come on. Making sure it's good movement. Hips are going back, hips are slamming forward. Woo! Knocking out this 6-round set. Move into your squats. As soon as you're done with those swings, let's go. And time is up. Woo! Done. So it doesn't matter exactly how many rounds you got through. You were just competing against yourself. So hopefully you did awesome. You're proud of yourself. If you want to hold up on 1 hand or 2 hands, how many you did, go ahead and do that now. Well, I'll clap for you. Anybody? I can't see. 5, 6, 4, 6. Good job, you guys. Nice work. You guys are cruising. Super proud of you. All right, take this time to get a quick recovery. Drink some water before we move on to our next set, which is a circuit. This one is timed, okay? So it's a timed circuit, and that's good because you don't have to count, right? Sometimes you don't want to count anymore. So everything's gonna be 30 seconds long, and we're gonna go through these exercises real quick so that you know what's coming your way. Now, I'm gonna show this one with overhead hold, the lunges, but if that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, then please feel free to keep your weights by your side, okay? So, overhead hold right here. You're gonna draw your shoulder blades down and together, okay? Your elbows are not locked. They're slightly soft at the top, but you're gonna lunge back in this position. Now, this doesn't feel good on everybody's body, so if you need to, you can put your weights right here on your shoulders, or you can ditch the weights altogether. So that's your first move. Following that, you've got bent over rows. So hinging at your hips, and you're gonna pull your weights up. And narrow grip, okay, narrow grip with palms facing in is easier. If you wanna work a little harder, you get more into the upper back, you can take your elbows wider. Again, listen to your body. Sometimes that puts too much strain on the neck. Okay, so that's your bent over row. After that, you got tricep kickback. So we'll stay in that bent over position. You can do one arm at a time, or you can do both arms at a time. If you got really heavy weight, I'm guessing 1 arm at a time is gonna be great for you. Okay, but bent over tricep extension. Be careful that we don't round, that we really stay lifted through our chest and tailbone. All right, following that one, you've got squat jump. So squat and just jump off the ground. So it's just a heel to toe movement. For low impact, heels on the ground and then heels off the ground. Okay, just with a little heel lift. So you don't have to leave the ground at all. You can stay in that more modified position. After that, deadlifts with your weights. So we did kettlebell swings, which worked our hamstrings. This time, you've got your deadlifts. So you'll notice my knees are soft, but I'm not doing a squat, okay? So deadlift right there. And if you don't have weights, you can do a good morning instead. All right, last thing you're gonna do is find a little bit of space for a wall sit. Now, I have the tiniest bit of space that I'm gonna use for a wall sit. If you don't have anywhere, then you're gonna hold a squat just like this. But I have this little tiny place right here, and I'm gonna put my legs out, my knees are over my ankles, my shoulders are up against the wall, and I'm at 90-90 with hips and knees. All right, let's go. That's your wall sit. So either holding a squat, wall sit, and then we're gonna go right into it again. So 30-second rounds, and we start with our lunges with overhead and begin. So hold those things there and lunge. Now you'll notice that your core is working extra hard to keep your body from tipping over. And maybe you need to be here in a bent elbow position, that's fine. I love this. So good for the back. Good, we've got 3 seconds left and time is up. All right, moving right along. Bent over rows, ready? And go. So we're just cruising right on through these. We'll take a recovery after every wall sit. Whew. Nice job, come on. You're working in both directions. Pulling and then gently releasing down. Good work. Remember those options, you can go wider if you want to. But try not to let the shoulders come into the ears. Keep going, and time's up. All right, stand up quickly, then go right back down, tricep kickbacks. So pull your abdominals to your back, tricep kickbacks. You can do one at a time or both arms at the same time. Completely up to you. Woo! Almost there. We've got 4 seconds left. Do you want to work your legs next? And time. All right, we jump, squat jumps. Come on, 30 seconds. Now remember, if you're not jumping, it's no problem. Just squat and then come up onto your toes. Come on, you got this. Almost there. And you've got 5 seconds left. Come on, get down, power up. Woo! And time is up. All right, guys, next up, guys, deadlift, grab your weight, shoulders back, and hinge at your hips. Again, knees are soft, but not bent. I want you to think about that upper back working to hold your shoulder blades together. Good, think about your wall sit location and get ready to go there in 3 seconds. And drop your weight, quickly get to your wall or hold a squat. Hold right here. Now pull your belly button to your back. Drop your hips a little lower because I know we're all probably hovering a bit higher than we need to be. Woo! You've got 10 seconds. Quads should be on fire at this point. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, time's up. All right, you've got a quick recovery. You're gonna do that whole circuit one more time. We good? So starting with the lunge, with the overhead hold. Okay, so get your weights ready. We got 10 seconds to get a drink. All right. That was awesome, awesome work. Pick up the weights, either here, or all the way
lunge. Now be really intentional that you're lunging. Your front knee should line up over the middle of your foot. And your knee should track with your second toe. So take a peek every once in a while. Woo. Good job, keep coming. You've got one more on each side, and then quickly change to bent over rows. Hinge at your hips, pull, pull, come on, right into it. We're not taking recoveries till the end of the circuit. Good job, good job. Controlling in both directions, you got this. Good, how about 8 seconds more? Can we do it? We're gonna take a quick stand up before we go back down to tricep kickbacks, all right? So up you go right back down, elbows up, kick it back. Come on, like you got a punching bag behind you and you're just driving your fist into that bag. If this is getting to be a little bit much, do it without weight. Even just contracting your tricep, you'll feel it. Whew. We're strong, we're finishing. 5 seconds left. And then we'll go into our squat jumps. Done, put your weight down. All right, come on, use your arms, free them up a little bit. They've been holding weight for a while, let them move. Maybe you want to reach all the way up. When you're jumping, can you jump with your feet hip distance apart for better base for landing? Come on, last 8 seconds. Drop those hips. Explode. One more. Done. Pick up your weight. Deadlift. Come on, don't stop. Quick, quick, quick. Get right back to it. Woo! Should be able to catch your breath just a touch here. Everybody roll your shoulders back and hold them in place. Only 5 seconds more. And time is up. Okay, get to the wall. Let's go. Make your wall nice and sweaty. Pull your abs in. Now, if this is really easy for you, you want to make it harder, reach your arms up overhead. Oh, that hurts. Maybe you don't have that much room. That's okay. Even reaching your arms away from your body in one way or another will give you a challenge. 3, 2, 1, time's up. Woo! All right, we did it. Get a drink. Checking off my favorite things. Hopefully you're loving them too. All right, this next one is a 1 to 10 ladder. And we're gonna do this at the same pace. And I'm gonna be your counter. And we're gonna hold on to our weights the whole time, okay? I'm gonna go through the moves first and let you know that there are some modifications. So, first thing you're gonna do is a squat. I know we do a lot of squats. It's all right. Squatting is good, you do it all day long. So, pick up your weights, okay? So you're gonna squat, that's your first move. Easy does it, right? These are slow movements, so just do 1 or 2. After that, you're gonna go into an overhead press. So weights go overhead. If you don't feel comfortable doing overhead with both arms, you can do 1 at a time, all right? Following that, we're gonna come down to the ground into a plank and do a renegade row, which means we row 1 time on each side. Okay, from there, you're gonna go into a plank jack. So it's out and in. Modification, walk your feet out and in. All right? Now, if you don't wanna be down on the ground, here's your option. Okay, you'll be here, you do 1 row on each side, you'll stand up, hold your weights together, and you'll do jumping jacks instead of plank jacks. So that's your modification. If you don't want to go down and up, if that makes you a little lightheaded or not feel good, keep that as a modification, okay? So hold on to your weights the whole time. Don't set them down until I say so, okay? It's gonna be a little while. So we're gonna set them down every minute, but until that happens, enjoy the strength training for your body, all right? So weights here at your chest. I gotta look here. 1 squat, ready, set, go. Stay with me. me. One overhead press. Come down to the ground, plank position. One row on each side. You can be on your knees. And then one plank jack. And then squat your legs in next to your hands. Come up. Let's do it again. 2 squats this time. 2 squats, so we're laddering up to 10. And 2 presses. Up. Renegade row, come down to the ground. 2 pulls on each side. You can alternate, or you can do 2 at one time and 2 at the next time. 2 plank jacks. Out, in, walk your feet in, and come to your feet. 3, let's go. 3 big squats. 3 overhead presses. Take it down to the ground. 3 pulls on each side. Now again, this is your option to modify on your knees. And plank jacks are next. To your toes, you've got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Feet in, come all the way to the top. Number 4, let's go. Here's 4. Feet are wide. And from the shoulders, press up. 4, 3. Bring it down to the ground, okay? Renegade rows, I'm gonna show you the option. 1 on each side. And plank jacks are next. If you're not on the ground, plank jacks are here. Walk your feet in, come up to standing. Let's move to number 5. Here we go, squat position. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and overhead. 1, 2. Get down to the ground. And pull 5 on each side. Control your hips from rocking. Good, plank jacks for 5. Okay, 5, 4, 3. And up to your feet. And rest for 1 moment. Roll your shoulders. You're at the halfway point. Let's go 6. Weights back at the chest. Make changes if you need to. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. Overhead press. Come on, drive. Down to the ground. I'm going to give you another modification. You can go tabletop here if being in that plank doesn't feel good. Okay? Make changes, but don't quit. We've got 2 more on each side. Come on, pull, pull. And plank jacks. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, we're going to 6. Walk your feet in. Come up to the top. 7, go. Woo! Remember, you could drop weight at any time. 1 more. Let's knock out those presses. Come on, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, down to the ground, plank, renegade rows, and pull, pull. Woo! Can you do 2 more on each side? Yes, you can. All right, plank jacks for 7, let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, and done. Walk your feet in. 8, here we go. We're going till our timer goes off. We might make it to 10, we might not, we'll see. Come on, 2 more squats. Overhead, right here, push, up. Come on, 4 more. 3, 2, down to your plank. Let's go. And pull. I'm modifying too, it's okay. Drop to your knees if you need to. Here's 3, 2, 1. Overhead. Let's come on, push. We might not have to go back to the ground. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, take it down. Pull. 1, 2, 3, and time. Oh man, if you're feeling like you need to finish this whole set, you feel free to do that, but time is up. Woo, super proud of you guys. That was a hard set. It felt like it was gonna be easy, didn't it? But oh no, the burn started to come on. All right, Tabatas are next. Tabatas are next, so enjoy a drink of water. The intensity is coming up like crazy right here. Okay, so Tabata is 20 seconds on with a 10-second recovery, all right? We're gonna repeat it for 6 minutes. We're gonna alternate 2 different exercises, okay? So first exercise is a Tin Man with overhead, or you can call it a soldier kick. All right, so arms are overhead. You're gonna use weight if possible, either one in each hand or one together, or just your arms, okay, right here. So leg kicks to the front, we're not bending. Okay, so right here. That's your Tin Man with the arms overhead. Next up, 2 different options here. I'm gonna show you the low impact option first. It's a squat with a leg lift. Squat, leg lift. So this is a modified star jump. Arms will go out to the side. Those of you who are feeling real sassy, I need you to come down into a squat, explode off the ground into a star jump, okay? So either one of those options is fine. Again, here, getting that lateral movement, abduction away from the body. 20 seconds for one move, 10-second recovery, and we're gonna repeat it for 6 minutes. So, get ready. Hold on, let me find my timer here. We'll start with the Tin Man. And, sorry. Timer. Okay, ready, set, weights overhead, and begin. So this is 20 seconds. Again, you can have your weights right here if that feels a little bit better, but you're challenging your core and back and your balance. Almost there, 1 more on each side, and done. Set your weights down, enjoy a 10-second recovery, and then we've got the star jumps next. Remember, modification here, or explode. Ready, set, go! Come on, 20 seconds only. Be gentle on your body. If this doesn't feel good, then do the modification right here. Listen to what you need to do. 5 seconds left. Woo! And time. All right, that was 1 round. We got 5 more. Oh man, pick up your weights. And overhead, let's go. Good. You wanna walk around with this a little bit? You can if you've got some space. You can walk forward and back, that's fine. Keep those arms strong. And time. Set your weight down. 10 seconds, breathe as much as you can. Those star jumps are gonna burn. Ready, set, go. Come on. You should work so hard in this 20-second set that you're gasping and you have to have a recovery. So maybe you need to go faster here so you can feel that. That's great. Done. Walk it out. All right, pick up those weights. Here we go. Arms overhead. Begin. This is our 3rd round out of 6. Guaranteed you are feeling this at this point. Control your leg kicks. Almost there, time. All right, put it down. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, star jumps, go. Come on. Get those legs nice and wide. Land in a squat every single time. You can do this Halfway. Come on. We're all cheering each other on. These are like big cheerleader jumps. Time. Woo. Heart's pounding. Ready to go again. Number 4, pick up your weight. Go. Now, but anytime you're like, man, I can't breathe, I feel sick, then you need to sit down or walk around a little bit and take 1 round off. It's okay to do that if you're not feeling good. This is where you listen to your body and you jump back in when you can. Come on, 3 seconds left. And time. All right, here we go. In 10 seconds, start jumps. Brace yourself, mentally prepare, and go. It's a soft landing every single time. Keep coming, remember it's okay. If you need to tone it down and go right here, it's fine. 3 seconds, and done. Whew. We got 2 more times. And ready, set, let's go. Up, up. Now every time your leg lifts, you should feel your abdominals contract. Give them a little tiny pinch to the back of the body. Here's 3, 2, recover. Star jumps. Whew. I'm glad we had to start with these. I think you guys all would have signed off, right? Here we go, begin. Soft landing, explode. 10 seconds left. Can you go a little bit faster? Can you push into that uncomfortable zone? I know you can. 1 more, done. Okay. We got another 10-man, another star jump. We're gonna check off this 6-minute set and begin. Whew. And maybe it's all you can do to just hold your arms in the air without any weight. Totally fine. Your back is getting so much stronger just by holding this weight overhead. Come on, 3 seconds, and done. Here we go, final round. Star jumps, ready, set, begin. Come on, you've got this. Explode. Doesn't have to look pretty. Doesn't have to feel coordinated. Just move your body. Come on, right to the very end. Timer is gonna go off here in about 4 seconds. And done. All right. You shouldn't be able to breathe at all at this point. So, take your hands behind your head. Walk it out. And that's what it feels like to work into that high intensity training zone. All right, while you guys are recovering, taking small drinks of water, I'm gonna go over our next set. We're gonna focus in on the core and get some push-ups in, and then we're gonna stretch out, okay? So don't lay down yet, and keep your head above your heart for about another 30 seconds. But if you need to get your mat set up or anything like that, you can do that. We're gonna be on our back in a hip bridge position. Now, one thing you can do, if you have anything near you that you can put your foot on to do a hip bridge, like maybe a chair or a stool or something like that, that's awesome. If you don't, it's no big deal, but I love to get a little deeper into the hamstrings that way by having a surface to put my feet on. So I'm gonna use this chair right here, and we're gonna lay down on our back, okay? So to begin with, we're gonna do sets of 7, kind of like we did with the bicep curls. So feet on the chair or on the ground, hands by your side. We're gonna do 7 up and down, just regular tempo. Okay, that's your first move. And then you're gonna lift one leg. So whether you're on the chair or not, you're gonna lift one leg for 7, and then we'll do the other side for 7, and then we'll rest, and then we'll do it again. Okay, so we're gonna try to get 3 times through these 7s. Here we go. So feet on the ground, your count, brace the core, and here's 7. And as soon as you've done both legs, and one leg goes in the air, and you've got 7 on one leg. So hamstring should be talking just a little bit here. Switch to the other leg for another set of 7s. Woo! And recover. Your recovery, both legs are straight. Pull them towards your body. Point and flex your toes. And we're gonna do it again, but this time slower, okay? So this time, you're gonna go 2 counts up and 2 counts down, all right? So take the control here. It is a lot more challenging, but I know you can do it. So feet on the ground or on your platform, 2 counts up. I'll be your timer. I'll count for us. Ready, set, let's go. Here's up, 2, lower down, 2, up, 2. Good, number 3. Give me a big squeeze of your butt at the top. Here's number 4. Woo! And 5. And one more time. And then we've got our single leg. So stretch one leg up, dig your heel to the ground or your chair, and up, 2. Now, if your hamstrings are cramping up and you cannot continue on, it's okay. Just rub it out. Jump back in when you can. Here's number 4. And 2 more. Woo! My hammies are talking. And done. Switch to the other side. Stretch that leg up. Oh, that feels good. And let's go. 2 counts up. Here's number 4. Keep coming, guys. Here's 5. And last one. Up, up, up. And done. All right, both legs in the air. Rub out those hamstrings. Just drive your fingers up and down. And hug your knees into your body and rock side to side. Okay, so as promised, push-ups are next. Now, these ones we are also going to do together. They are slow, all right? So, options for push-ups. You can be in a tabletop position, just like this, with your knees under your hips. You can be in a half push-up position, okay, right here, or you can be in a full push-up position, whichever one feels best. You're gonna do 7 push-ups. We're gonna do them slow. So we're gonna go 2 counts down and hold, 2 counts up and hold, all right? It's not gonna feel nice, but it's gonna make you a lot stronger. You're doing some eccentric training here, which means that we're working the muscle in the lengthened phase. So 7, I'll be your counter. I'm gonna start on my toes. I don't know if I'm gonna stay there, but we'll see what happens, all right? Here we go, 2 counts down. Here's 1, 2, hold, up, 2, hold. Number 2, down, 2, hold, up, 2, hold. Again, number 3. And up, hold. Good, number 4. Down, 2, hold. Up, 2. Good job, keep going. Here's number 5. Down, 2. Oh, number 6. And last one, number 7. And all the way up and hold, 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 hold. And done. Rock back and stretch. We're gonna try to do that one more time. So if you can stay in the same position you were just in, whether it was your knees, toes, whatever, stay in that same position, try to make it all the way through this next set of 7. Here we go. I'm gonna go back to my toes. I'm gonna try it. Come on, last round. Down, 2, hold. Up, 2, hold. And number 3 right here. Come on, stay with me. Don't turn this tape off. Don't turn it off. Number 4. We've got this core should be shaking to just hold you in place. Down, 2. Come on, one more time. Last one, last one. All the way up, hold. And you are done. Rock your hips back. Stretch your hands out in front of you. I don't know if those are your favorite things now or not, but they definitely are my favorite things. So many fun ways to train your body. Walk your hands to the other side. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Round your back, tuck your chin towards your chest. Ooh, and then we're just gonna scoop it out. So let your chest rise, let your tailbone rise. And walk your hands in and all the way up. Squeeze your butt here, take your hands, place them on your hips, so opening those elbows to the side. Let your eyes look up. And from here, both arms reach. And we're gonna circle them out and around. Put the hands back on the hips. We'll do that one more time. Lean back and reach your hands up. And circle out and around. Good. And take one leg forward. Let your hips drop. Okay, so in this lunge position, our knee goes over our ankle. Okay, it's good not to be on top of the kneecap, but kind of rock forward so our hips drop the weight. Good. Just lift those arms. I know it's hard to lift the arms overhead at this point, isn't it? I want you to rotate towards your front leg. And then let your arms drop to the side in that rotation. And come back to the center. Take your front leg, bring it back, and switch to the other side. Just hang out in that lunge. Both arms come up. And rotate, rotate, rotate towards your front leg. Let your hands drop over your front leg, stay in your rotation. And then come back to center and come to your feet however you can. If you need to hold on to something, we're gonna stretch out our quads. So we're gonna lean back into the hand that's on our foot. If it feels good, reach your arm up, circle it around. Ooh, I know it's hard to balance that way, but just give it a try. And switch to the other leg. Good, hopefully your breathing has come down after those tabatas. Man, they were hard. That's okay, it's good to do hard things, right? And release, take your feet wide, and we're just gonna hinge forward at our hips, flat back. One more stretch for those hamstrings. And then I want you to lunge over to one side and to the other side. So just kind of take it at your own pace here. And then keep your knees bent right down the middle. And do the same thing with your shoulder. Shoulder to one side. And then switch. Should feel that release in the front of the shoulder and chest. And from here, round your back. Roll yourself up nice and slow. Walk your feet in a little closer. And let's just stretch out the neck. So knees are soft here. Let your head go to one side. Push your hands down. Drop your chin down the middle. Take it to the other side. And release it right down the middle. Good. As your head comes up, your shoulders come up, back, and around. Good. Turn your head to the right. And to the left. One more time, right and left. I know these seem like silly stretches, but when we work our back and our shoulders and our chest so much, our neck and our upper back can really lock up, and I do not want that to happen. That happened to me, and I don't love it. So I want to protect you guys from that happening as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the workout tonight. Okay, if you have to sign off and go eat or whatever, feel free to do that. But I'm here for a few minutes longer. Do want to let you know I'm going to be sending out a fun little countdown to the new year fitness challenge. So look for that in your email, okay, at the end of this week, so that you can participate and maybe win a prize, because prizes are fun, and it's just fun to work out every day too, right? If you don't agree with me on that now, you might agree with me in like a couple weeks. Okay. So if you have to go, I'll see you later. It's good to see you, but you can stay.
See you, Sarah. Thanks, that was tough.
Bye, guys. Hi.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, Carol.
Hey, Eric. Sally, so good to see you.
Hey, is your birthday right around Christmas?
It's on January 1st.
I think that's why we were doing the favorite things. It was for your, for your birthday in advance. And that's why it was part of the holiday hustle.
Oh, that's funny. Maybe it was.
I always remember my favorite things because I always would have like, I'd always be like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. And then you'd be like, you should do your favorite things.
Exactly. And it's brutal. It's
I know.
brutal.